Yes, respected friends, hearty welcome with all gratitudes and wishes and prayers. Good, great. Let all of us, the regular students, even irregular ones, have great health, have the divine blessings always forever. These endeavors to happen unobstructed successfully. Greatest of the endeavors is Upanishad Adhyanam. Only one more thing remains is to contemplate on that knowledge and realize the self. Giving up this takes us to again old, we can call old ruts of world and worldliness, and his huge, delusory, endless, confused life that will be, in which everything we achieve, yet we find that we have achieved nothing. There will be always sadness, emptiness, disturbances, angers, crankiness, quarrels with others. This is what is, even at the international level, the things happen. Well, the root cause is, and the self is not known. That's it. So may we pursue this path till the goal is reached. Let it take as many lives as it wants, as many efforts as it wants. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, fourth chapter, those two mantras 6 and 7, indicating to us the Jiva Ishvara, the Baddha and Mukta, bondage and liberation. So wonderful. We have studied them. Now, through this Upanishadic Adhyana, knowing that Anyam in us alone is the way for the moksha, no other way, the Shruti Mata insistingly says in the eighth mantra to help us not to find any alternative channels, alternative goals, again to get ourselves diluted. Then the next mantras, after the Atma Anubhuti, Sarvatma Bhava we need to have. So Sarvam, that Atma only. That's why in the ninth mantra, we will be told that everything is that Paramatma only. These are the crux and crucial aspects of Vedantic Jnanam, which have to be thoroughly heard, contemplated, understood, and digested. Both to claim that we are studying Shastras and also to awaken the sleeping sadhaka from within us. Serious, sincere, to the point sadhaka. Those things we'll study today. Before that, as every day, the other four aspects of Veda Mantrocharana, common sense thought, Mangalacharana Shloka, Sankalpa, and Upanishad Mantrocharana for invoking Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, Anugraha, so that our Loka Sevakadi Vyaktitwas are strengthened. Rigveda, Ashtama Mandalam, from the ninth of the mantra we have to chant. Let us see, in the ninth mantra we have Krishna Vasudeva, 21 slokas, 10th one we have 6, 11th one we have 10, 16, 21, 37. So these three are enough for us to study. 9, 10, 11. Om अथ वेदपारायणं ऋग्वेदः अष्टममण्डलं नवमोऽनुवाकादारभ्य ॐ श्रीराम 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 ॐ आ नूनमश्विना युवं वत्सस्य गन्धमवसे प्रास्मै यच्छतमवृकं ऋतुच्छर्दिर्युयुतं या अरातयः यदन्तरिक्षे यद्दिवि यत्पञ्चमानुषागम् अनु नृण्णं तद्दत्तमश्विना एवां दंसांस्यश्विना विप्रासः परिमां मृषुः एवेत्काण्वस्य बोधतम् अयं वां घर्मो अश्विना स्तोमेन परिशिच्यते अयं सोमो मधुमान् वाजिनीवसु येन वृत्रं चिकेततः यदप्सु यद्वनस्पतौ यदोषधीषु पुरुदंससा कृतम् तेन माविष्टमश्विना यन्नासत्याभूरण्यतो यद्वा देव विषज्यतः अयं वां वत्सो मतिभिर्न विन्दते हविष्मन्तं हि गच्छतः आ नूनमश्विनोर्ऋषिस्तोमं चिकेतवामया आ सोमं मधुमत्तमं घर्मं सिञ्चादथर्वणे आ नूनं रघुवर्तनिं रथं तिष्ठातो अश्विना आवां स्तोमो इमे मम नभो न चुच्यवीरता यदद्य वां नासत्योक्तैराचुच्युवीमहि यद्वा वाणीभिरश्विनेवेत्काण्वस्य बोधतं यद्वां कक्षीवागम् उत यद्यश्व ऋषिर्यद्वां दीर्घतमा जुहाव 10th one पृथ्वी यद्वां वैन्यः साधनेष्वेवेदतो अश्विना चेतयेताम् यातं छर्दिष्पाहुतनः परस्पाभूतं जगत्पाहुतनस्तनूपा वर्तिस्तोकायतनयाय यातं यदिन्द्रेण सरथं यातो अश्विना यद्वा वायुना भवतः नमोकसा समोकसा यदादित्येभिर्रुभुभिः सजोषसा यद्वा विष्णोर्विक्रमणेषु तिष्ठतः यदद्याश्विनावहं हुवेयवाजसातये यत् श्रुत्सु तुर्वणे सहस्तच्छेष्टमश्विनोरवः हा नूनं यातमश्विनेमा हव्यानि वां हिता इमे सोमासो अधितुर्वशे यदा विमे कण्वेषु वामथ यन्नासत्या पराके अर्वाके अस्ति भेषजम् तेन नूनं विमदाय प्रचेतसा चर्दिर्वत्साय यच्छतम् अभूत् अभूत्स्युप्रदेव्या साकं वाचाहमश्विनोः व्यावर्देव्या मतिं विरातिं मर्त्येभ्यः प्रबोधयोषो अश्विना प्रदेवि सूनृते मही प्रयज्ञहोतरानुष्कप्रमदाय श्रवो बृहतो यदुषो यासि भानुनासं सूर्येण रोचसे आहायमश्विनो रतो वर्तिर्याति नृपाय्यं यदा पीतासो अंशभोगावो न द्रुह ऊदभिः यद्वा वाणीरनुशतप्रदेवयन्तो अश्विना प्रद्युम्नाय प्रशवसे प्रनृषाह्याय शर्मणे प्रदक्षाय प्रचेतसा यन्नूनं देविरश्विना पितुर्यो न निषीदतः यद्वा सुम्नेभिरुक्त्या 16th one continuing यस्तो दीर्घप्रसद्मनि यद्वादो रोचने दिवः यद्वा समुद्रे अध्याकृते गृहेत आयातमश्विना यद्वा यज्ञं मनवे सम्मिमिक्षतुरेवेत् काण्वस्य बोधतं बृहस्पतिं विश्वान् देवा अहं हुव इन्द्रा विष्णो अश्विना वाशुशेषसा त्यान्वश्विना हुवे सुदंससा गृभे कृता ययोरस्ति प्रणः सख्यं देवेष्वध्याप्यं ययोरधिप्रयज्ञा असूरे सन्ति सूरयः ता यज्ञस्याध्वरस्य प्रचेतसा स्वदाभिर्या पिबतः सौम्यं मधु यदद्याश्विनावपाग्यत् प्राक्स्थो वाजिनीवसो यद्रुह्यव्यनवितुर्वशे यदौ हुवे वामतमागतम् यदन्तरिक्षे पततः पुरुभुजाय द्वे मे रोदसी अनो यद्वा स्वधाभिरधितिष्ठतो रथमतया आ यातमश्विना 11th one त्वमग्ने व्रतपा असि देव आमर्त्येष्वा त्वं यज्ञेष्वीड्यः त्वमसि प्रशस्यो विदतेषु सहन्त्य अग्नेरतीरध्वराणां सत्त्वमस्मदपद्विषो योधिजातवेदः अदेवीरग्ने अरातीः अन्तिचित् सन्तमः यज्ञं मर्तस्य रिपोः नोपवेशि जातवेदः मर्ता अमर्त्यस्य ते भूरिनाम मनामहे विप्रासो जातवेदसः विप्रं विप्रासो वसे देवं मर्तास ऊतये अग्निं गीर्भिर्हवामहे आते वत्सो मनोयमत्परमाच्चित्सदस्तात् अग्ने त्वां कामया गिरा पुरुत्रा हि सदृंशसि विश्वो विश्वा अनुप्रभुः समत्सु त्वा हवामहे समत्वग्नि समत्स्वग्निमवसेवा जयन्तो हवामहे वाजेषु चित्रराधसं रत्नो हि कमीढ्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होता नव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तन्वं पिप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमायजस्व ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः from 12 we have to do tomorrow. Sri Gurudeva, yes, in today's common sense thought, friends, what we will think is, देखो, two things are most essential in life. First one is the hard work of intellection. Unless we awaken our intellect, the beginning will not happen. Travel will not happen, reaching will not happen. Both to avoid problems, to succeed in the world outside, as well as succeed spiritually. Awakening intellect, becoming intelligent with our own intelligence indigenously. Till we depend on outside intellects, etc., we are always dependent, and sometimes that intellection is there, we are on the path, otherwise we leave it or miss it. But if it is our own, then there is a chance that we can do something, reach something. In that used intellect, awakened intellect, we have to work hard, and smaller than the small activity it looks like, but we have to do. Taking that pen and paper and then noting down, which is very, very essential. The great, great Mahatmas also have done the processes like that. Like in our Puja Gurudev's literature, one of the very beautiful book is Scraps and Bits. On just scrap papers, he used to write all his activities or thoughts or wisdoms in bits and pieces first. Then he will gather all of them, put them in proper stream, proper direction, proper sequence, etc. In the same way, every one of us should have our own scraps and bits notebook, which sometimes we do for the other things, like the groceries, like any of the other outer activities to be done. Some people write in those scraps and bits the activities for the entire year or for the month or this week what to do. Nowadays it's available in every cell phone also. Notes what to do. Wala. Some do for their day, one day. That's a very, very essential habit that we become aware of. things to be done, things to be achieved. So in that scrap set picks, these two are to be first made. One, what to achieve. Two, what not to achieve. It all starts with this. You know, what to achieve, what not to achieve is very, very essential discussion. If we claim to be spiritual, for us the thing to be achieved is the spiritual ultimate only. And thing not to be achieved is anything other than that. You know, in that not to achieved list, serve down low and don't even look at that and only find all the means as to how to eliminate them from our schedule, from our routine. Okay, in that to-do list, may right from the reaching ultimate goal, from then onwards, at this very day, what to do. In that, all the items that have to come. Have you ever done that homework of what to do, what to achieve is the ultimate, and what the things to be done? So, what to achieve, what to not achieve. Then, in that, what to achieve, what is to be done to achieve that. In that list of what is to be achieved, again, some list is what are the things to be eliminated, what are the things to be added, what are the things to be changed or modified or rectified or beautified. Unless this type of very deep intellectual analysis is done, the picture will not be clear for us. Then, in that non clarity, in that vagueness, whatever we do will not be inspiring, will not be perfect. When there is no perfect inspired activity, we can't expect a result. Always our attention is on result, not on the performance and its quality. This is what is the first mistake Bhagavan Krishna rectifies in chapter 2 of Gita by saying in that 47th mantra, Karmanyevadikaraste mafaleshu kada. And to that add another sentence of chapter 3, Mukta Sangaha Samacharaha. With total detachment in the present, with best of the abilities, you have the right only to perform the activities in a perfect manner. Mahapaleshu Kadasana, the two things is definitely the result will follow because the performance is best. The other meaning of Mahapaleshu is you are not supposed to expect the outer result. Even if it comes, you share it with others. Being a spiritual seeker, the result of every other action for you is your inner purity. That's how Lord Krishna guides there. So, what to achieve, what to not achieve. Not achieve, therefore, all the ability resources should not be wasted for. In that, what to achieve, how to achieve. In that, how to achieve, what to do and what not to do. In the what to do, again, what are the things required to be dropped? What are the things required to be gained? What are the things that are to be changed or improved upon? These are all very, very clearly we have to have a picture of it, isn't it? And in that, what are to be brought in, what are to be eliminated, usme, all our attitudes, all our inspirations, all our faith, shraddhas, all our well plannings, all our commitment, these are all subtle things. Spirituality में तो ग्रॉस चीजें तो बहुत कम ही चाहिए. You need to have a book, that's all. Isn't it? What do you need? All subtle things only we need. The shraddhas, the commitments, the sincerities, consistently. All of us have all these things, but not consistent and not in a sufficient quantity. So sufficient quantity may consistently all these sublime things we have to note and we have to keep on gathering. And the things to be eliminated may that excessive lazinesses, the excessive involvements in the world, wasting our time energy for that. All of that have to slowly go away from our system totally. A day should come in our life from when onwards the whole day of ours is fully, inspiredly engrossed in doing all the things that are required for Adhyatmika Pragati. पूरा उसी में, along with maintaining our personality, personality layers, along with balancing all our inner and outer obstructions or onslaughts or temptations. उन सबको झेलते हुए अपने व्यक्तित्व लेयर्स को मैनेज करते हुए totally engrossed in what is to be done to reach to the ultimate goal. To that level of total personality we have to. That is same for any other worldly achievement also. Even spirituality. Our problem is that first basic thing of scraps bits only we have not written. For us, somebody should tell us, somebody should force us to come to class, to study Shastra, to become spiritual, to do sadhana. Somebody should tell. And how long it is? And Lord also will be fed up one day. He will stop sending anyone in our life to tell us. If we find that day in our life where nobody is there to tell us, we are being, left alone by the Lord. He is unhappy with us. Isn't it? We have to have someone, get guidance, and make our own clarity. That's the idea. So, in that scraps and bits, may Sara, and it has to be every fourth day, fifth day, has to be refreshed again. What are the things I have done? To what level of evolution I have reached? What is next? How to achieve it? उसमें भी दो बातें हैं. एक सिद्धांत ज्ञान है. Then doing and achieving it. Like Siddhanta Jnana, for example, Mano Nigraha, what it means. What am I doing for it to achieve it? Siddhanta and practice. Understanding. What is the Sukshma Buddhi? And then how to achieve it? What is Viveka Vairagya? Have I understood the clear definitions about it, or still it is vague? Then how to achieve that Viveka Shakti and Vairagya Sthiti? Siddhanta or Abhyas? All of them have to be written also. All of them have to be practiced also. And then one by one we have to achieve them. What is Maya? What is the meaning of going beyond Maya? All of that. और ये सारे बहुत important चीजें spirituality में, we cannot neglect any one of them. है ना? So opening our own intellect, refreshing it, taking pen and notebook, starting from the first question of what to achieve, what not to achieve. Then what not to be achieved, totally stopping to provide all energies, abilities for that. Then what to achieve, how to achieve. In that how to achieve, the three things of what to include, what to delete, what to improve upon. कुछ इंक्लूड करने पड़ते हैं, कुछ डिलीट करने पड़ते हैं, कुछ इंप्रूव करने पड़ते हैं. The improvable things are our health system, how to make our health better, what is to be done. In the deleting things, all that distracts our mind, all that brings negative vasanas into us, uska delete karna. And inclusion is whatever we are not doing. Japa nahi kar rahe, avashyak hai, le aao. Upasana nahi kar rahe, avashyak hai, le aao. Daily dose of studying the Upanishad avashyak hai, nahi hai, le aao. Daily dose of contemplation nahi kar rahe, we must do. These are all to be added. To be deleted, to be added, to be changed or improved upon. In this way, when the intellect has come out of its slumber and start sharply thinking, understanding, in this process only the doings and achievements happen. Otherwise, our doings will be vague, our achievements will be nothing. Then, even after many, many years, decades, even lives, we find ourselves where we are. The example is this one. How much, how many classes we attended last 5 years? But how much of the homework is done? Therefore, where do we stand regarding our convictions regarding our goals indicated by Upanishads? An example. Learn from it. We are learning only. We are learning to learn also. Like when we send the children to schools, colleges, it is not only to learn the subjects. That is very secondary. The school colleges, the purpose is not learning only the subjects, but to learn continuously. सीखने के लिए नहीं, सीखने को सीखने के लिए. To learn, we send the children, because the day learning stops, then the performance loses its ability, capacity, or beauty, perfection, achievements dwindle down. We should know that we have to keep on learning. We should learn that we have to keep on learning. That's the idea. Right? This is one thing. Intellection. Equally true is the other one. That is the invocation. Intellection and invocation. Invocation from that infinite, powerful, divine Paramatma. All that's required for us and all that is not required, again it is His blessings that they go away from our life. अपने इंटेलेक्ट से हम कर रहे हैं, but sometimes the things to be done may be beyond our reach, and through various upasanas, etc., and then through the prayers, most importantly. There should be no moment where we are either not engaged in the intellectual knowledge or not engaged in sadhana or not engaged in the prayer. Continuously. Only these three things. सिद्धांत ज्ञान, साधना and prayers. ये तीनों में ही हमारा हर पल गुजरते रहना. O Lord, all pervading Lord, put me on this path. Strengthen me. Make my intellect very clear in its understanding regarding the goal and the means and preparations. Make me also understand what are the possible outer and inner obstacles. Give me the knowledge, strength to eliminate them, avoid them. So these prayers have to be continuously done. Don't we see in all our literature, Indian, these two only are there. One, the Jnana teaching textbooks of the Upanishads, Tattva Jnana and all. The other is the Bhakti teaching textbooks. How we have to pray, what we have to pray for, how we have to worship, how to invoke. These are the bulky of the texts. In between these two, the other two of doing our duties, teaching, the karma textbooks, and then the yoga textbooks to master our faculties. And the other things, extra additional literature is that which teaches us the yajnas, upasanas, when our goals are something other than Paramatma of this world or the other world. These are the 5 things we have. But basically, ye dono. About the intellection, the jnanam, and about the bhakti, upasana, sharanagati. Feel that how those bhaktas, those great sages, saints, have tuned to that Paramatma through bhakti, and then some of them got rid of their sharp, some of them got rid of their negativities, some of them got, by the blessings of the Lord, various Shaktis. Didn't we see yesterday in our Skanda Purana? The Lord blessing. And today, tomorrow, we'll see in our Kagavasundi Garuda Samvad in Tulsi Ramayana also. So, our Upasana done, the Lord came. Then, O Bhakta, tell me what you want. Then the Bhakta asked, Jnana do, Bhakti do, Vivek do, Vairagya do, or this world and the other world, Sukha, or take me to your Loka. All are, what they are asking is secondary. Learn from it also. But primarily, the principle of invoking, the sadhana of invocation. Vigorously it has to be done. Deeply it has to be done. Intensely it has to be done. At the time of doing, Totally involved we have to be. All the Shraddha has to be brought. Please remember, to obtain Jnanam and also to invoke the grace of Paramatma, common thing required is Shraddha. Shraddhavan lavate Jnanam. There. Here also, Shraddha se hi, the Lord will be pleased with all our Upasanas. In Gita 17th chapter, last slok mein, the opposite of it is said. If you do something without Shraddha, with Ashraddha, it is as good as equivalent as not doing only. Isn't it? Ashraddhaya hutam, Ashraddhaya dattam, Ashraddhaya tapastaptam, Ashraddhaya krutam chayat. Asad iti uchyate bharata. Nachatat pretya no iha. It is as good as asat only, not done only. Tat na pretya, it will not give result. Beyond nacha iha, nor here the joy of doing. Hutam dattam tapastaptam krutam chet. Hutam is the yajna. Dattam is danadi. Tapaha is tapasya. So yajna, dana, tapa are the three main activities a human being is supposed to do with clear understanding. When these three are done without Shraddha, asaditi uchyate partha. Then krutam chayat. Any positive thing you do with Shraddha. This dattam, yajnam, tapasya become spiritual. Other than that, the general duties, varna, ashrama, what we have to do, unko bhi shraddha se hi karna hai. That is the idea of that shloka. 17th chapter, last one. Now, वो श्रद्धा दोनों जगह ज्ञान के लिए भी भक्ति के लिए भी आवश्यक है. So, when I do worship to Lord Vishnu in Salagrama in my puja room, shraddha that he is there. Then with shraddha do it, the abhishekam, the alankaram, the pushparchana. Then with shraddha you pray. This is what is state of my mind, O Lord. This is what is to be achieved. Please bless me. Every day when we contact, it will reach. And yesterday in the Skanda Purana and all we are seeing, no? Every story is one thing only. That Bhakta goes to that Punya Kshetra, establishes a Shivalinga, and goes on worshipping it for very, very many years. Then, seeing his worship, Upasana, Prarthana, Shiva expresses from that same Shivalinga. And then he blesses him with the vara, whatever he wants, boon. Thereafter, that Shiva merges in that linga. Before that, he says, Ye Shivaling tumhare naam se vikhyat hoga. With my name added. How many stories we are saying? And from then onwards, how many thousands, Shraddhalu worshipping it, getting blessings from it. So, SRS stories should make us serious about this essential sadhana of invoking the Divya Kripa. And the best authority to it, as it was, Gita 7th chapter. The whole world of samsara and the whole inability to do sadhana. Both are called Maya. And that Maya we cannot cross. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. What is the way? Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarant. Those who surrender to me, they alone cross this Maya. So in this way, the two things very clear they should be in our understanding and we should help ourselves. One, the intellection, every day it has to be done, the scraps and bits regarding what to achieve, what not to achieve, what to do. For doing that, what's to be included, improved upon and deleted. In that grosser things, subtler things. Ona, like even to make a good tasty dish, the food, we have to know the from minute aspects of liquor. Isn't it? You have to add the required amount of jeera for its own taste and the health benefits. The haldi for its own taste and benefits. Hing, jisme dalna hai, nahi dalna hai. Imli. Isn't it? Everything has its own role to play. In giving taste, in giving the help to the system digestion, in giving some strength also. ऐसा नहीं होता जस्ट लाइक द कुछ भी ऐड करो इट्स नॉट अ रेसिपी इट्स नॉट ए फूड Spiritual life also. In our spiritual life today, it's chaotic. Nothing is clear, bas kuch kar rahe. Imagining that something will happen. No, with proper thinking, planning, understanding, when we do, then only it will happen. That's the main idea behind all this, right, friends? Now, before we enter into our Upanishad study, today starts the Saraswati River Pushkar. In South, though, they are happening. Maybe in North India also have to check it. Every 12 years, as we have the Mela, Kumbh Mela, होते हैं ना, तो यहाँ पुष्कर कहते हैं, द कृष्णा पुष्कर, रिवर कृष्णा, रिवर गोदावरी, रिवर तुंगभद्रा, इस तरह से टुडे स्टार्टिंग द सरस्वती पुष्कर. Therefore, go if you are healthy and possible one day to namaskar, pranam, टीवी में देख लो, मन ही मन कर लो. Somehow have Shraddha. So, Saraswati, the symbol of knowledge. Therefore, just 3 mantras we chant for 4 minutes. And mentally we go to that glorious river Saraswati and take our dip there and pray to Mother. Consider this as my offering to you, Mother, and bless. Saraswati Namastubhyam, then Pranav Devi, then Namo Vache, then Medha Sukta. 15 days it will be there. Do Saraswati Pujas if you want to. Start. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupiణि Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Ya Kundendu Tusharahara Dhavala Ya Shubhravastranvita Ya Veena Varadanda Manditakara Ya Shweta Padmasana या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापः. ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु. ॐ वाग्देव्यै नमः. ॐ नमो वाचे याचोदिताय चानुदिता तस्यै वाचे नमो नमो वाचे नमो वाचस्पतये नमः. ऋषिभ्यो मन्त्रकृद्भ्यो मन्त्रपतिभ्यो मां ऋषयो मन्त्रकृतो मन्त्रपतय परा दुर्माहं ऋषीन्मन्त्रकृतो मन्त्रपतीन् परादां वैश्वदेवीं वाचमुद्यासगम् शिवामदस्तां जुष्टां देवेभ्यः शर्म मेद्यौः शर्म पृथिवी शर्म विश्वमिदं जगत् शर्म चन्द्रश्च सूर्यश्च शर्म ब्रह्म प्रजापते. भूतं वदिष्ये भुवनं वदिष्ये तेजो वदिष्ये यशो वदिष्ये तपो वदिष्ये ब्रह्म वदिष्ये सत्यं वदिष्ये तस्मा अहमिदमुपस्तरणमुपस्तृणमुपस्तरणं मे प्रजायै पशूनां भूयादुपस्तरणमहं प्रजायै पशूनां भूयासं प्राणापानौ मृत्योर्मापातं प्राणापानौ मामाहासिष्ठं मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुवदिष्यामि मधुमतेन् देवेभ्यो वाचमुद्यासगम् शुश्रूषेण्या मनुष्येभ्यस्तं देवा अवन्तु शोभायै पितरोऽनुमदन्तु. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We need specially Saraswati Kripa because we are all doing Shastra Adhyana, Tattva Shastra Adhyana. Today's Guruvar also, the teaching day. Nameda Suktam. Om Yaschandasam Vrishabho Vishwarubha Chandobhyodhyamritaat Sambhavova Samendro Medaya Sprunoto Amrutasya Devadarano Bhoyasam Shariram Me Vicharshanam Jihva Me Madhumattama Karnaabhyam Bhori Vishruvam Brahmana Koshosi Medaya Pihitaha श्रुतं मे गोपाय. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम मेधा देवी जुषमाणा नागाद् विश्वाची भद्रा सुमनस्य माना त्वया जुष्टानुदमानादुरुक्तान् बृहद्वदेम विदते सुवीराः त्वया जुष्टऋषिर्भवति देवि त्वया ब्रह्मा गतश्री ऋतत्वया त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्ददेव सुसानो जुषस्व द्रविणो न मेधे मेधां म इन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विना उभावा दत्तां पुष्करस्रजा अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः दैवीं मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधा सुरभिर्जुषतागस्वाहा आमां मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगते जगम्या ऊर्जस्वदेवयसा पिन्वमाना सा मां मेधा सुप्रतीकाजुषन्तां मयि मेधा मयि प्रजा मयि यज्ञस्तेजो ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजा मयि इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजा मयि शौर्यो भ्राजो ददातु ॐ हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ओम शांति 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 शारदा स्तोत्रम सरस्वती सूक्तम सरस्वती स्तोत्रम all of them are worthy of chanting. Let's see, we may do some more tomorrow, day after. These pushkaras will be there for 15 days. जो 12 साल में एक बार कुंभ मेला which is called in north is called as pushkara in the south. Once in 12 years. In that way, be it six rivers are there. Every 2 years कोई ना कोई रिवर का होता ही रहता है. ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. यैरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ओम गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतान्नैकोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सल तत्त्वनिधे भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः सम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापना उपासना यज्ञ याग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः शाश्वत रूपेण सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म सदिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवत देवता गुरु शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद श्रीयाद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम नित्यानंद निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम् निगमाद् जगदन्नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. Friends, chant from the 8th, 9th, 10th, three mantras. Om रुचो अक्षरे परमे व्योमन् यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तं न वेद किं रुचा करिष्यति य इत्तद्विदुस्ते इमे समासते छन्दांसि यज्ञाः क्रतवो व्रतानि भूतं भव्यं यच्च वेदा वदन्ते अस्मान् मायि सृजते विश्वमेतत् तस्मिंश्चान्यो मायया सन्निरुद्धः मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं च महेश्वरं तस्यावयवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्. Same portion is there for us to study also. So, समाने वृक्षे पुरुषः निमग्नः अनीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः संसार जुष्टं यदा पश्यत्यन्यमीशम् अस्य महिमानमिति वीतशोकः मोक्ष. In that, the Asya Mahimanam aspect is explained in the next two mantras or next to next mantra in the ninth one which we chanted. So, in that solution aspect, Justam Yada Pasyatyanyamesham, the main things keep in mind. One, Aneka Janma Shuddha Dharma Sanchaya. We have to keep on doing noble activities, meritorious activities, all our duties, etc., not the negative. That will bring the Guru in our life. Then hold on to the Guru guide mentor. जिंदगी में जिनको गुरु नहीं है, most unfortunate बदकिस्मत. We have got Guru, then tune to him through all worships, upasanas. Third, from him get the teachings, disciplines of yoga, Darshita Yoga Marga. Purpose is all our faculties should be controlled, withdrawn from unwanted things. Then from the same Guru, we should be taught about the Tattva. And that Tattva in Dhyana we have to experience. And to experience the Tattva in Dhyana, we have to become Dhyana Yogya. And for that, the Tattva, whatever we have heard, the contemplation on that, the understanding about it, the importance and glory of it, and the deep desire to achieve that Tattva, sare yahan unsaid, but we have to add all of them. Okay? Then that Anyam we have to realize in us. That Anya is what? Vrukshopadi lakshanat vilakshanam asamsarinam ashanayadi asamsprishtam sarvantarastam samam. All this. Chaitanya Swarupam. That Paramatma we have to realize in ourselves as ourselves. That is the meaning of Pashyati. Pashyati Atmanam Anyam. Pashyati Dhyayamana. By one's own effort, but guided by the Paramakarunikena Guruna. See the clarity there. First point is that, realizing that self. Second point is, the entire world and entire Jiva aspects that are happening in the world are his Leela only, his Mahima only. This second aspect also when we do, then there will be no more any bondage called as Shoka. Shoka called as bondage. Iti Vita Shokaha Bhavati. And then be wise. Ki inme se whatever is lacking, that we have to keep doing. Isn't it? Like when one drives the car, he should have the wisdom that whatever is lacking, he should be able to bring that required thing. पेट्रोल कम है तो पेट्रोल डालो, ऑयल कम है तो ऑयल डालो, और टायर में हवा कम है तो हवा डालो, एसी में प्रॉब्लम है इसको ठीक करो. Isn't it? Clutch, brake. He'll have to take account of every of the things. Then only is a perfect driver. Like a grahastha also, an ideal. Anything required, he should be bringing, isn't it? It may be the kitchen related groceries, it can be the washroom related items, it can be the other things that are related to the house, isn't it? Cotton की जरूरत है तो आना चाहिए, the mosquito mesh चाहिए तो आना चाहिए. He should be aware of what are required things. गर्मियाँ आ रहे हैं तो he should get the cooler, whatever AC checked and repaired. And groceries are ending, he should have to mind. 3 दिन के लिए चावल है तो today or tomorrow you'll have to bring. और आटा है खत्म हुआ लाना है, तेल खत्म ले आओ, isn't it? Also on required basis, मतलब not regularly, the medicine aspects. एक आइडियल गृहस्थ ये सब सोच के रखते हैं. So too in spirituality also, all of these things have to be known and done. That's what we are guided through all Shastras. They say in Sanskrit, we have to understand them in our language. So Jushtam Yada Pashyati Anyam Isham में ये सारा ऐड करो ingredients. Asya Mahimanamiti Vitashoka. So that's what it was. Iti tada Vitashoko Bhavati. Up to this seventh mantra concluded. So important. Though we have finished it, going to the next mantras, but as a necessary homework, once in a week at least, these two mantras with Bhashyam have to be studied to refresh ourselves, to keep ourselves informed as well as inspired, to be on the path. Now, what's next? What is said in the eighth mantra is also very powerful, very essential. ब्रह्म की अधिष्ठान रूपता और उसके ज्ञान से कृतार्थता, है ना? The Brahman is adhisthana for everything, and knowing that Brahman alone is fulfillment. Then I am the adhisthana, everything is aropa. Adhisthana is not disturbed by aropita, therefore adhisthana के दृष्टि से we are ever liberated. Okay, idanim tat vidam kritartatam darshit. Now in this mantra, Sambandha Bhashya we are studying in this mantra. Idanim, right now, tad vidam. Tad means that Brahman, that Atman, which is paroksha rupena because we are away from it. Later on through sadhana, that tat is experienced as aham. Aham Brahmasmi. Tad Brahma se shuru karke aham Brahma mein aa jate. So tad vidam, to those who are the knowers of that Brahman or the Atman, kritartatam darsheti. The fulfillment is indicated. Whenever such sentences are said, we definitely have to bring in spirituality the exclusiveness. Exclusive means only when this is known, there is kritartata. Anything else known, gained, we will not have completeness. Kritartata nahi ho. है ना? Like when you are eating the food, आधा चपाती खाया, you won't find कृतार्थता, है ना? Sufficiently filling your belly, the sufficient quantity of chapati, chawal, sabji dal होने के बाद, then when somebody offers something else, you say नहीं अब हो गया, मेरा पेट भर गया. That feeling is कृतार्थ. Thereafter anything offered, you will not take. In the same way, in life, spiritual, we have to find kritarthata. Artha is purushartha. Purushartha is chaturtha purushartha. Chaturtha purushartha is moksha. Kritam is achieved. Moksha is achieved only in tad vijnanat. Okay, tad vidam kritarthatam darshit. Only to the knowers of Brahman the kritarthata is achieved. That's the mantra. Let us chant it. Om rucho akshare parame vyoman yasmin deva adhivishve nisheduho yastam naveda kim rucha karishyati ya ittat viduh te ime samasate. रुचो अक्षरे परमे व्योमन् यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तं न वेद किं रुचा करिष्यति य इत्तत् विदुः ते इमे समासते. फर्स्ट द श्लोका मीनिंग, देन विथ भाष्य. भाष्यकार ने कम से कम में ही बताया, leaving us leaving to our own discretion, intellection, wisdom to understand. First, Akshara Parama Vyoma. पहले इसको समझो. That which is Akshara Swarupa, that which is Parama, and that is Vyoma Swarupa. That which is Akshara means imperishable. Parama means supreme. Vyoma means like the Akasha, infinite. Akshara Parama Vyoma. Seventh Vibhakti in a locative case. Akshare Parame Vyoman. In that, Brahman alone is Akshara Parama Vyoma is the Lakshanas Visheshana Parabrahma. In that Parabrahman alone, Ruchaha, all the Vedas. And in that Parabrahman alone, Devaha, Vishwe Devaha, Ati Nishedu, second line. All the Devatas, Vishwa means survey, all the Devata Gana who are monitoring from the micro to the macro level, which are said in various Puranas. Nowadays we are studying in our Skanda Puran, how each of the Devata have come according to Puranas. The Jivas only through their sadhana they have reached to that level. In the Aitareya Upanishad, the Paramatma only manifested out of that Brahmanda, that thing, the each of the Devatas, and put them in each of the Golaka, and he himself entered to empower them. That's how it is taught there. So in that process, in this process, Prajobhiho, all these Devata, Vishwe Devaha, Adinishedu, all these Devatas also are in that Brahman only. So the Vedas are in Brahman, Devatas are also in Brahman. So Akshare Parame Vyoman Ruchaha, Akshare Parame Vyoman Vishwe Devaha Adinishedu. Two sentences. Third, Yatam Naveda, the one who doesn't know that Brahman, experience that Brahman as himself and as said above, these two. Yatam Naveda, if somebody doesn't know it, Kim Rucha Karishyat. What will he do with all the intellectual, scriptural knowledge having gained? It means what? For the person who has not realized the self, if his so-called intellectual understanding of the Veda Jnana also is waste, what to talk about other knowledges, other pursuits and other achievements? क्या करेगा उन सब से? उसको तो मुक्ति मिलेगा ही नहीं. That's the अर्थ. Artham. Yatam Naveda, the one who doesn't know that Brahman, Rucha Kim Karishyati, what will he do with all the books collected in his almirah? What will he do? What's the use of his attending all classes every day, speaking on the Upanishads every day? Nayamatma Pravachanena Labhya Namedya Namahana Shrutena, that's said in a different manner here. Yatam Naveda Kim Rucha Karishyati. It's only to boast that you have the knowledge, or to get claps from the people, or get titles. उपनिषद रत्न, गीता रत्न, और जना लोग ना टाइटल देते जाते हैं उनको. क्या? What will do if he doesn't know Brahman? He will not be mukta. Therefore, it's all waste. Yatam naveda sahatam kim rucha karishyati. What will you do with that? And ya ittad viduhu, and the one who knows this Brahmana, te ime samasate, that he will be realizing the immortality and he knows everything as his own self. Te ime samasate. He will be, the one who knows it, he will be realizing it. He will be becoming one with it. Thereafter, there is nothing for him to achieve. That's a Krutartata. Naveda and Veda. So first is intellectual knowledge, second is direct experience of that self. And other than these two, there cannot be any other pursuit. Even intellectual knowledge of the Shastras also is said to be waste without knowing the self. Then what to talk about all other ignorances and delusions which we call as knowledge, and all delusory unreal things which we keep as goal and put all efforts to achieve it. Okay? Throughout life we collected things and beings, सारे छोड़कर मरेंगे हम. And at that time, whatever the nonsense in the mind, intellect as vasanas, habits we carried, That third class thing goes with us again to torture us in next life. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ भाई, क्या पाना चाहिए जिंदगी में. ठीक है. तो भाष्यकार का भाष्य हम पढ़ रहे हैं. रुचः इति. आई एम कमेंटिंग ऑन द मंत्र स्टार्टिंग विद द वर्ड रुच. सो वेदत्रय वेद्ये अक्षरे परमे. वेदत्रय वेद्ये अक्षरे परमे. So in all the three Vedas, Rugyaju, Sama Veda, or Vedatraya means in each of the Veda, Mantra, Brahmana, Aranyaka portion. Even though seemingly so many things are told, but they are all prasangika, they are all occasional. But the purpose of every aspect of the Veda finally is what? To know that Brahman only. That is why Vedatraya Vedya. In the initial portion of the Vedas, you will see Karma Kanda only. You will see Upasana Kanda. But that's not purpose of the Veda, even though it is mentioned there. Then through them do the Antakarana Shuddhi, then know the self. That portion if you don't study only this portion and say Vedane kaha karma karo yajna karo, then you are cheating yourself. Vedane kaha karma karo yajna karo, it's not its final word. The next two words are with this karma yajna, get the Antakarana Shuddhi, one. Second, with the Shuddha Antakarana, know the truth. है ना. हम आधा पढ़ के गलत समझ के वो कहने वाले गुरु और शास्त्र को गलत नहीं खड़ा करना. इट्स कॉल्ड तात्पर्य. हियर इट इज कॉल्ड वेदत्रय वेद्ये अक्षरे. So therefore the तात्पर्य of the Veda, तत्परता of the Veda, the final word of Veda is अक्षर परब्रह्म. So तीनों वेदों के द्वारा जाने जाने वाले अक्षर परब्रह्म में वेदत्रय वेद्ये अक्षरे परमे. And it is Vyomni. Vyomni means Akasha Kalpe, that which is comparatively like Akash. Okay? And this one in Mandukya we have studied thoroughly in Vaitatya Prakranam, also in the third one Advaita Prakranam, initial mantras. Brahman is made for us to understand with the examples of Akasha. So it is like Akasha, infinite, Ananta. First point. Second is, it is like Akasha, Atyanta Sukshma. Second. Third, like Akasha, it is Niravayava. Third point. Fourth, like Akasha, so many things are projected on it, but it doesn't change. Fifth one, all that are projected in the Akasha, like the Agni, Vayu, Jala, Prithvi, they won't touch the Akasha. Therefore, in the same way, in the Brahman, the Jiva, Jagat, Ishwar, Ityadi are projected, but they won't touch the Brahma Sthiti. Because of so many similarities, for our understanding, the Akasha is given as an example for the Brahman. And that's why the Brahman is called Chidakash. And what thoughts we carry, all of them are in Chitta Akash. And what the stars and sun and moon and earth we all see is called Bhuta Akash. So Bhutakasha, Chittakasha, Chidakasha. So Akasha is Vyoma. So he says Vyomni Akasha Kalpe. So Vedatraya Vedye Akshare Parame Vyomni Akasha Kalpe. Same what is there in the mantra only. That Akshara Parama Tattva which is known through all the Vedas, which is Akasha Samana, Akasha like. In that, Yasmin, in that only, Deva Adi Vishwe Nisheduhu. Deva Adi Vishwe Nisheduhu means what? Ashritaha Tishtat. In that Parabrahman, rooted only, supported by the Parabrahman only, all the Vedas, all the, what are they? Deva, all the Devatas are supported in that Parabrahman. Deva Adi Vishwe Nisheduhu. Ashritaha Tishtat. So therefore the two things, Devatas are there and they are all rooted in that Parabrahman only. Means Parabrahman with his Maya Shakti only expressing as various Devatas to do the functions of this world, which will be told in the next three mantras. Okay, this one is done. Second, Yaha tam Paramatmanam na Veda. That supreme self, if somebody doesn't know, kim rucha karishyati, what will he do with this Vedadi Jnanam? What is the meaning of doing with Vedadi Jnana? Means both aspects. What is the use of his Siddhanta knowledge about the Brahman? If he doesn't realize the Brahman, that is one aspect of kim rucha karishyati. Second meaning is what? Other than this Brahma Jnana, there are other aspects in Vedas of varnashram dharma, of the karma kanda, of the yajna kanda, of the upasana kanda. अरे ये सब करके क्या फायदा? ये बंदे को सब पता है और वो सब कर रहा है, फिर भी will not be liberated. That's the meaning of what will he do with Vedic knowledge? What will he achieve by being a Vaidika? He will achieve only those things which are temporary, which are delusory, illusory, binding. That is the meaning of Rucha Kim Karisha, means he studied all Vedas, not realized self. Therefore, in his study of Vedas, Upanishads also are studied by him, they are waste. And in his study of Vedas, he also studied the Karma, Upasana, Yajna Kandas, and he is involving in them. And maybe he is achieving so many things of this world and other world, but he will not get the moksha. All of that is Kim Rucha Karishyati. What is the use of his knowledge and performance? Knowledge of the Vedas and performance if the Brahman is not realized. The last one, yeah, ittad viduhu, and the one who knows this Brahmana, te ime samasate. So, in him, everything dissolves and he realizes his oneness with everything if he knows that self. Means what? Krutartha tishtanti. Te ime samasate means knower of Brahman merges in Brahman. Brahman being infinite, he becomes infinite. Being infinite is Kritartha. Krutartha tishtanti. Whoever know, they become fulfilled. Who doesn't know what they know and those temporary sukhas, he is still in delusory world only. He is still in bondage only. Therefore, all said and done through the study of Upanishads, one very essential thing is Brahmanubhava Prapti eva Laksham and no other thing. Both of them. Say from this to that to this. I have no other goal than Brahman. Or I have Brahman alone as the goal, nothing else is the goal. Anubhava Rupena. If this clarity comes, then we invoke the gurus, we study the Upanishads more deeply, we carry that knowledge with us, we spend more and more hours on deep contemplations, then we go beyond our upadhis. ये सारे जो beautiful aspects of true spiritual aspirant are there, they all will be done first when I decide that knowing Brahman is moksha and I want only that one. That's why in today's common sense thought also, open the intellect and see what to achieve, what not to achieve. First point. समझो उस बात को बाकी सब उसके बाद ही होते हैं. And in all our Upanishadic classes, the glory of the Brahman is very emphatically, vehemently told. The glory is only one. That alone is real, that alone is infinite, that alone is blissful. हमको real, blissful, infinity चाहिए, infinite bliss चाहिए. That's available only in Brahman. Right? इदानीं तस्य एव अक्षरस्य माया उपाधिकं जगत् स्रष्टृत्वं तन्निमित्तं that Brahman alone with his Maya Shakti becoming Upadana and for the entire world, that aspect will be discussed in the next mantra tomorrow. We'll see that. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Namah Shruti MAATRE Namah Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you for your patience. Join for Gita class. Oh Krishna Vasudeva.